Destino was my first pull. I mean, she was okay, but definitely needs something better. Hey, yo, CC, talk to me, baby. I mean, you okay, but still need a little bit better. Now we talking. What is going on, guys? It is your boy Cash, and it is finally time to start getting back into these character guides. I apologize. I got shook. I got negative feedback, and it shook me to my core, and I should not let that happen. I got some negative feedbacks on my builds and stuff like that, and I let it affect me, and it ain't gonna happen no more. So what we have here, I'm gonna give you guys the best way, in my opinion, no quote, how to build this character. I'm gonna give it to you for every character in this goddamn game. If you got a request, put it in the comment section below. I'm gonna give it to you for the short price of, no, I'm just kidding. All right, but I am gonna try my best to get you guys these character guides, because I see people in other chats, I see people in my chat, I see people in Discord, I see people everywhere asking how to build several different characters, and I would love to just refer them to a video that is well made. Now, not saying that all my videos will be that, but I will try my best to give you guys a really optimal build. So today we have DIENE, the super overpowered character. This character, oh my god. This character is literally so good. So good. This character literally will improve almost every PvE content that you have. This is my current build on her, and I will just suggest this build because I think it is super awesome. And this it is pretty much speed and whatever. She should be on speed. Her nat speed is, sorry, it's 113 if I'm not mistaken. If the math proceeds, no, 103 actually, right? Math class, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, her base speed is 103, which is not the super fastest. I mean, after you see what they gave the boy K-Ron, that wow OD, they gave him a lot. But her base speed is not crazy, but you do want to get her on speed. Obviously, as a buffer, her S3, you want the buff to go first. Not only does she give you attack, she's also going to give you crit hit resistance. That is when she's awakened to the third power, awakened 3 times, right? And she will give herself combat readiness by 50%. This is actually the point that it's actually super duper insanely important, is that she pretty much gives herself half bar on the meter. Then secondly, she has her S2, which is going to give a barrier. And one important thing that I feel like not that many people actually talk about is that it actually dispels 1 debuff. That alone makes it incredible, super incredible, the fact that she takes 1 debuff off when she does it. And of course the S1, which I haven't skilled up yet, but I really want to, because we're going to do the quick math, is that when she attacks, she gets 10% combat readiness regardless, but it doubles when she is buffed. Now this buff actually counts not only for the 2 that that she puts on, she also gives, you have the Guardian buff from Arceus? I don't know how to say his name, but if you also have that, it will also work off that, and on any other buff obviously that you have. Now it starts off at 10, and if she's buffed it will do 20. If you max it out to that level 5 there, it will be 15, going up to 30. Now that is really insane combat readiness. And as far as her giving a shield that cleanses and also having a crit hit resistance, that means that you will have a lesser chance of getting crit, as it says right there. That is insanely good. Now, of course, what I want to do here is go with the artifacts that I think are really, really good with her. We're going to go with the current patch. Obviously, this is the Kisei, the patch that Kisei just came out with. So there are a couple of new artifacts that came out since then, obviously, so we're gonna go and look at all of those. Obviously we see the one, let me just go over the one that I have her, which is Magaraha's Tome. No, it's a Tome. All right, this one is my favorite, is because it increases the caster's readiness. I think it starts off at 15 when using a skill that does not attack enemies. She has this specific artifact is amazing when you're using any Soul Weaver that pretty much has 2, I wouldn't do it with one that has a passive, because then you're not really going to be able to utilize this that much. So with this on DIENE, you will see, let's go back here, sorry. She will S3, she will gain 50 plus 20. Oh, mine's a little bit, just to show you guys that it's at 18, right? So it's not going to be maxed out or anything like that. But so let's just bring it back to the base level. So 15, so that's 65 combat readiness that she's going to give when she does that. Then when she does her S2, she's going to get a 15 also on that. Obviously you're going to want to level this up. Hopefully you get duplicates, then you get the 30. So on 30, that's 80 on the S3. That is pretty much a full bar. That is the same thing that my boy here, Lots, on his S2, sorry, gives about 80% combat readiness. And now also you can scale him up to 100, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about DIENE. So that is crazy. She pretty much, with this thing plus some speed, in most of my things, I'm gonna show you some arena. I'm gonna show you some. I'm gonna go to a couple of hunts. I'll go to a hunt, and then I'm gonna show you that too. This pretty much gives her another turn. So you S3 into S2. Now, what's important about that, especially if you skill her up, is that acquiring 4 souls on the S3, then you S2, you're gonna get 2 souls. That is 6 souls instantaneously right there in the beginning with this setup, by the way. I know that other people want her to semi-heal. I prefer her to not heal. I would actually rather, if I want a healer, to put a healer in there and have either 2 DPS or have 1 really strong DPS and maybe a tank or something like that, and then have the 2 healers pretty much nullifying anything that can, 2 Soul Weavers, sorry, to nullify everything. But let's go to the artifact journal and we'll see what we can pick up there. All right, going in the order, and we're gonna start off with the Nat 5 artifacts, which sounds weird to say. Now, this is the Rod of Amaryllis, blah, blah, blah. All right, sorry. This one is really good. Obviously, this is similar to the tome that I was just using. Instead of getting combat readiness and getting turns, you are then instead going for the heal. My only issue with this is that it is Nat 5, so it is going to be hard to obtain. It's going to be hard to actually get it to the max unless you summon multiple copies. So with it being Nat 5 and a little bit harder, I would say you have to look at it from the 12. Even though, yes, 4-star artifacts are hard to get too, that's why I went with the 15 combat readiness in my example as well. So you could get this. I don't, like I said, I'd rather pair DIENE with a healer than to try to have her heal as well. I'm not too fond of her trying to heal. I actually do not recommend the Rod. Let me know what you guys think, but I personally do not like the Rod on her. Next up is going to be the Celestine. This was in her, kind of like her character, not her character arc, sorry, her in the side story. Now this one heals allies with the lowest health on the 8% when using a basic skill, and it goes up to 16%. Now you might have this because it was rated up in the banner. Actually, there was in the Kayron banner, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry if I am. And I, again, do not want her healing, especially with this, is I will show you how, at least with the tomes, I will show you that playstyle is that she literally will pretty much be buffed the entire time. And not only that, you will have your S2 and your S3 up so much that the only way that this will come into effect is if you are using a dual attack setup. And there are dual attack runes now in the game, so you, gear. If you guys want to go that route, I still, again, would prefer not to go with this. Shamadra's staff is, again, about healing, so she doesn't have base healing abilities. So it increases the effect of all healing received by an ally, which, again, you'd have to run another healer, which I do, but at the same time, it's kind of a wasted slot on DIENE unless you're running another healer, so I wouldn't. I'm more looking to show you guys stuff that benefits her by herself, instead of just stuff that helps in a team-oriented aspect. So that's gonna be a hell no for me on the staff. All right, here we are, the Water's Origin. We're going into the 4-star artifacts now. Now, what I like about the 4-star artifacts is that they're very obtainable, but I do like this one specifically. Now, this is what you want to put if you want your DIENE not on speed and you want her to be frontline tanky. There's 2 different types of DIENEs. There's one that are in the front line and there's one in the back. This is one that you actually want frontline, so you use her as a tank, you have her in the front, and anytime she takes a decent amount of damage, or would have, this actually does work on shield, by the way. I know that because I have this on my Destina, and I run DIENE, and even when she's shielded, if the damage even shielded, she will actually still recover health and get combat readiness for it. Now, unfortunately, the health does not go up, which I kind of did not like it when you level this up, but the combat readiness does. So every time you do, and also, by the way, a little cautious thing, at least from what I've seen in Water's Origin, you only get the combat readiness in the proc once per turn. I don't think it says, obviously does not say that, but from my experience looking at it, that's what I've seen. Just be cautious with that. So you, not that you want speed, but that's the whole point of this, is that you get hit, you get some combat readiness, and then your turn comes in and it resets itself. It doesn't say it, but I feel like that's it. It's just a forewarning. All right, here is the one that I also like a lot. Now, this is the Wondrous Potion Vial. Now, 50% is still pretty good, and it's only at her turn, but as you know, it is decent on her, but she already takes she AoE takes debuffs off with her S2. Keep that in mind. I do see people run this on her, but her S2 does take it off, and I think if that's the case, it's kind of a waste to put the Wondrous Potion Vial on her, because yes, you're gonna S3 take debuffs off, and then you can S2 take, I guess, more debuffs off, but this the vial only takes one debuff off one ally. Just so you know, it's one of those situations where if she's like taunted or someone else is provoked, she can kind of like take it off and then S2, or take it off and S3. But for DIENE, I don't really like it too much. I do like it on, again, if you want to run her tanky in the front slower. So, you know, she gets a turn, takes something off, and then AoE takes it off with the S2, you know, stuff like that. There's not that many PvE content that is going to put a plethora of debuffs on you. So it's, you know, I think her S2 is enough, especially if you run her a little bit faster. But again, this is for a more tanky, sitting there, just absorbing hits and then dispel something kind of build, in my opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the best artifact in my opinion. It can go on so many, not on her, sorry, but in general. I actually think that the candlestick is like one of the best artifacts in the entire game. 40% chance to reduce your cooldowns of your entire moveset by 1 turn when attacked. That is actually just great. It's 3 stars, so the chance of you maxing it out is very high. And with someone with short cooldowns like DIENE, it really shines. I think I like this on lots as well. It's just, it really allows you to do that. Again, this is only for a tanky character, someone that is going to be able to sit and take the hits and then utilize their skills more often. So you're gonna have the S3 up, you're gonna have the barrier up, you're gonna cleanse the debuffs up a little bit more. The reason why I don't use this on her and I use the other one, because I do think the other one's better because it gives you the combat readiness. I do think the Aqua Rose is also a good option, again, on a more tankier DIENE. Actually, for a maybe even a counter attack DIENE, 50% chance to grant a barrier based on her max health. When she gets attacked, it's 50%. It's very likely to happen. This is gonna be frontline DIENE, and it happens like it says, once every 2 turns, and it goes up to 10%. Now, if you have a really tanky DIENE on counter, imagine this: she's gonna get base 20 combat readiness with the shield on, right? She also puts her own shield. She also puts 2 other buffs as well. With this and counter, she will actually take a lot more turns and be protected. And since her turns will be coming more frequently, the reset on the Aqua Rose actually would be pretty legit. So I do think that you shouldn't sleep on this, and a counter version of not even just DIENE, but a lot of people I think should be running counter on their supports if they have a good S1. So I think Aqua Rose is a very viable option because it gives a buff, because it synergizes with her S1 and the rest of her kit, and it will give her combat readiness on counter. Let me know if anyone has done this or is interested in trying this. I would love to see your DIENE. I would literally friend you and see how your DIENE works, I promise. Hit me up in the comment section. And last but not least, we have the Daydream Joker, because sometimes DIENE has to go in there for the motherfucking goddess. No, I'm just kidding. All right, next up, we're gonna actually use her in arena. All right, I'm gonna first do it in the NPC match, just so I know it will happen.
Let's advance
if I get outsped and a bunch of nonsense happens, I don't want it to be that. So we're gonna do this, right? Look at everyone's combat readiness currently in this match. So 68, like I said, I have it's gonna give me 50, and then 60. Mine is at 22. So this is gonna put her. She's gonna get another turn. That's how leveled up my tome is. And on top of that, she also has speed, so she should actually go again.
goddess, grant me the power to extinguish the evil. I will guide you through the light.
Bam, look at that, baby. So now she S3'd. Now this is on 4 turns. Now I'm going to S2. And these guys haven't even really moved. Their combat readiness hasn't really moved anywhere or anything like that, which is pretty cool. So this is actually what happens a lot. Now I'm going to S2, and that's going to give me, obviously with my natural speed, it is also going to give me 22 combat readiness for doing that.
My goddess. Now is the time of judgment.
Now with her speed also, now she's already at 40 from doing that, which is crazy. And then look, we can see here, right? Her S2 is on a 2-turn cooldown because we got that down. And her S3 is on a 3-turn cooldown. And if she attacks, when she attacks here, she's gonna get 20% combat readiness again. Let's showcase it. You know what? Let's showcase it in a real match. Let's see, I got 2 matches that I lost already. Let's try to showcase it in an actual match as well. Let's not show only the fluffy stuff. I want to give you guys as much information as possible.
Excuse me.
If you have this character, you still haven't. Actually, this might die right here. Woo! That boy fast.
Let's advance together.
All right, so here we go. Actual match. We got Crazy Sid. We're gonna help the team out by blocking off the ability for Miranda to crit us.
Death is your repentance.
It's gonna be an S3.
I will guide
right
you
into
through
the
the
S2
light.
every time. Now, I was actually gonna let you guys know that you could actually save the S2 if you want to. In Arena, I don't suggest it too much. If in PvE, it's not that bad. So she can get more auto attacks with a buff, and then when these buffs are on 1, you can S2 to make sure that she's still buffed up. In Arena, though, I like the S2 for the barrier. Block out some of the
Only when all are
damage.
dead will this end.
And this, I hate this because it's a double stack, and I think they're using
It's
the
dangerous.
damage away.
All enemies will fall to my spear.
Didn't even barely. Oh well.
Will crumple before my axe.
Woo, girl.
Now is the time of judgment.
Girl, you crazy, girl. Ate up Lorena's thing, one because of the crit hit buff, so she didn't get crit there. I don't think she got crit on that one either, and she still survived. And now this is why sometimes, like I said, I'd rather have an actual healer, because now I can actually give her up. Not like give her this little sad, pathetic 8% heal. Like, that's not going to help anybody. Now, she's going to go... I think I'm going to go and give her the S2 heal so she can actually
Beast
heat
of
up
the
a little
West.
bit. It might have been smarter to S3 there because of Sid.
Shield of great strength.
Oh no, I actually don't need to worry about Sid. Sid is provoked. I'm stupid.
Let's advance
So again, she's
together.
gonna go now. I'm going to just soften up Lorena. We got, again, we build enough soul to beat our bar, so we're actually gonna be
I
able to do
believe this is what the
some good
goddess
stuff. We
wills.
also got another turn. She gets turns, man. Oh, now he's on a pop. Oh god, the cheats.
No one can escape.
You can't kill my baby boo.
Blade Dragon.
Back up. Oh my god, that shield. And she dies
my
to the
way.
raid. But as you can see there, she kept herself alive there. And if, imagine if she was 6-star, that actually she's going to be my next 6-star. And that's actually why I'm doing this video, is because I
Now
wanted
is
to
the
show
time
you
of
guys, you know, how great she is without being 6-star. Some people don't 6-star their supports because they don't really, sometimes they feel like they don't need the stats. But 6-star supports are insane. Imagine I'm about to say Destina. Imagine that DIENE with more defense, more health.
With great
damn near
humility,
unkillable.
I shall protect everyone.
She took a lot. She prevented crits. That is amazing. Her kit is phenomenal. All right, this is the actual floor that I was stuck on. So I wanted to showcase it just to show you guys again how great of a character that she is, even in PvE. Once you especially have the Guardian, so you can extend your buff duration with her. Again, I might lose because this is where I'm stuck. Same thing. S3 into S2 immediately. Keep your thing, and it's going to give you so much soul burn. I know a lot of people use RP. I actually thought about using the one that resets the cooldowns a little bit. Luckily, in this game, if you guys don't know, you don't use your chances or anything like that. So you can constantly go in there and keep trying out teams and stuff like that. And if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Nothing really crazy there. So let me go back to Baby Boo. So yeah, mine is currently on the speed. 170 speed. It can obviously be higher than that. We got these boots that are, you know, this is a tier 6 boot that I got. I crafted it. I would have loved for it to be another color that wasn't blue. Also, I would have loved to got some more speed things here. Effectiveness. Oh yeah, woo, girl, you better put sleep on them or whatever. You know, not the best rune set that I have on her, but she does what she needs to do. She has 34%. It's from this. Look at this. Look at the rolls on this thing. It rolled into attack and crit chance. I was like, yes, I'm gonna give that to Dingo once I get another thing. I just wanted the HP bonus. She's at 7k health. I need to 6-star her. I want more health. I want more defense, and you know, a little bit better runes. Yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. 17% there. You know, HP and defense rolls there. That was good. 8 speed here. So we got some good stuff here, but we obviously could do better. And I'm waiting to 6-star her, and I think it is worth your 6-star. If you have her and you've been thinking, I don't know what to do, look at how amazing that is. Look at how crazy she is. And she doesn't take much, you know, like as far as like if you invest a little bit into her. Let me know what builds you guys have on her. I would be lovely to see if there's any other builds that you guys have on DIENE. I hope this video was helpful to you. If I did a good job or bad job, please let me know. I think this is how I want to format these videos, because not every character I'm going to own and have, so I won't always be able to show stats or anything like that. So you know, it's going to be a toss-up, you know. So I hope you guys appreciate it. You know, thank you guys so much for all the support so far, and I'm trying my best. It's like I gotta go to sleep in like a couple hours for my 16-hour shift, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.